hello, hola amigos, amigas. Welcome to Lima, welcome to Peru. Thanks so much for visiting me today. Thank you for your participation, for your interest in Peruvian traditions, culture, history, cuisine. My name is Vanessa Vasquez. I am your Lima City tour guide, and today we are going to cook together. Today's cooking class is really special to me because we're going to dive in a one of the different let's say types of cuisine, one of the varieties of the Peruvian cuisine that is probably the most beloved by Peruvians, although the core of this cuisine came from far away, the other side of the world. So we call this type of food Chaufa, and this is going to be not just a cooking class. As you know, I love history as well as eating. Hola Bernhard, hola, hello, hola amigo. I love history, so even my cooking classes have to be connected with history. And we're going to talk about the Chinese immigration to Peru while I am cooking for you all. And also, please ask me as many questions as you wish. This is my kitchen. We are here in Lima, Peru. You're here, my special guests here in the house. So I'm going to be cooking for you all. Ask me as many questions. Let me know all your impressions about what is happening in the kitchen. And also, well, later, you are going to be able to see a recording of this event on my YouTube channel. So if you were not able to see it all, or like my friend Bernhard, oh no, I'm so sorry. No problem, Bernhard. Thanks for coming today, by the way. If you are not able to see it all, amigos, you can come also later to my YouTube channel and check what happened in the rest of the event. So, well, today we're going to cook. And thanks a lot for the follows. Also, Ellie, hello, thanks for following me. Today is a cooking class, but tomorrow, the day after, can be a city tour, can be something about culture or history. So first, let me say hi to all people joining. Hola, Sue. Ellie again. Hi, Jazz. Hello. Hi, Maple. Hello, my amiga. Thanks for coming. Muchas gracias. Gladys, hola. Jonathan, my amigo Bernard. Joanne. And thanks a lot for your participation. So once again, my name is Vanessa Vasquez. I am your Lima City tour guide. And I cook really for my friends and family. I am not an expert chef, but doesn't mean Peruvians, like people that are not experts in the cuisine, don't know how to cook. So today I will show you how easy it is to cook Peruvian food, and I've been doing this for a while, sometimes with my husband, sometimes with my brother, and also noticing the interest of people from around the world for Peruvian cuisine. I decided to create a cookbook that I am giving it as a gift to all my sponsors also. So this is a present from me to my sponsors. And also, well, if you're interested in learning about how to get this book, just contact me. I would love to also share this one with you all. So, well, what we're going to be doing today is a Chaufa dish. So what is Chaufa? Chaufa is the Peruvian Chinese food. Peru has a large Chinese community. So as you can tell, I'm also looking for this. Peru has a large Chinese community as well also as a large Japanese community. But in South America, the largest Chinese community is the Peruvian one. So what we're going to be needing today, I'm going to be also heating up the pan. I am using a tripod, by the way, so in that way you can get to see everything I'm doing in my kitchen. I'm going to be moving always backwards to have also to give you better explanations, you know, a little bit lower, maybe higher. So this is the most important part, also seeing what's happening here. So Chaufa, yes, exactly, Bernhard, Chaufa. My friend Bernhard has also written properly the name of this variety of cuisine. I will explain in a moment how Chaufa food emerged, but first and most important, we need also to pass with the first set of ingredients, and later also you can not just go back to the video in YouTube and take notes and everything, so please enjoy just everything, and then you can take notes at home. And I will be also putting this in my book, all the ingredients and the procedure in my book, which I am also in the process of editing for you all. So we need first, we're going to do something really interesting. We need to understand also which specific dish we're going to be cooking today from the Chaufa universe, because Chaufa is Peruvian cuisine fusioned with the Chinese cuisine. But there are many dishes, Peruvian Chinese, many Chaufa dishes. So today we're going to prepare together limon kai. What is limon kai? So we need chicken, of course. This is breast, a breast of a chicken. And we're going to be using also this fabulous product, Inca Cola. This is the secret of the flavor of the limon kai. And limon, we need key lime also. So these are the products that are also the most important for preparing this limon kai. We need also a cornstarch, corn flour, maicena. Also we use in Peru chuño instead, which is potato starch. We're going to be needing also egg, salt for condimenting this chicken breast that I have here. And I think that the amount I'm going to be preparing is going to be enough for maybe like 3 or 4 person. We're going to be also adding some, this is salsa de ostión. I'm sorry, I forgot about translating this into English. Maybe, Maple, can you help me also? Salsa de ostión. So this is a very important condiment also that we're going to be using. So Bernhard or Maple, help me with this one. I forgot to translate it into English. And we also need this also, another translate, ajonjoli oil. So this could be, this is like sesame, I think sesame oil. But in the salsa de ostión, I don't have the translation into English. So if you can, please help me with this. So we're going to do first the part of the chicken, the limon kai chicken. And later I will teach you to prepare a basic Chaufa dish, which is the most important side dish for all the Peruvian like Chinese options that I will be cooking for you soon. It is Arroz Chaufa or Chaufang rice, the Peruvian style Chinese fried rice. Okay, so let's start with this. So first of all, we are having, this chicken breast. And what we're going to be doing in this moment is putting a little bit of salt, and I'm going to be moving also the camera downwards so you can also see what I'm doing here in the kitchen. Okay, so thanks for the people who are joining to this very informal cooking class. This is a really informal cooking class from my home. So it's a little bit of salt. You can also add oyster sauce. Yes, I think so. I think so, Bernhard. I didn't thought it was that easy. So I thought it had a more specific name. So we're going to be adding a little bit of salt, not really that much, but the recipe I'm preparing for you is like sweet salty. Okay, so if you like sweet salty dishes, this is going to be fantastic. Also, I will be using the oyster sauce, which I hope it is the correct translation. And as you can see, I got a really small one for today. This is just for adding flavor. Okay. So I will My hands, wash my hands. And we're going to cover all the chicken with the oyster sauce. Okay? Then, so we are condimenting the chicken. Okay? The fillet has to be thin, not so thick, because we're going to fry this. Okay? Then we need the following. We are going to use 1 egg. Okay? And in a moment, I will pass to the history of the Chaufa food. We're going to put this. And the idea is that we're going to cover all of this chicken with the egg. Right? I am cooking for me, for my girls. So that's why this is very casual, very informal. Right? So as you will be doing it at home. So I will cover all the chicken. This is a small bottle of oyster sauce. Yeah, very tiny, Maple. Very tiny. It's not that it's expensive. I just found it so cute. And I bought it for you all. And also the other one, the the sesame oil. Very tiny too. So look at this, completely covered. And then we are going to continue. Que rico, says my little girl. Aniela is here. Me gusta. She says, I like it. Me gusta, she says. Quiero probar, me gusta. Todavía no está listo, amor. Sí. Un momento. So we're going to be also covering this. Yeah, mi amor. We're going to be covering this chicken with the maicena. Which is maicena, do you remember, is the corn starch, okay, or corn flour. Just a little bit, enough to sort of like bread it. It's going to be breaded. I think I will move a little bit lower the camera. Okay, so, and we're going to cover this with all of this. ¿Sí? Me llamo Ala porque tiene la B de mi nombre. Sí, mi amor, claro, hijita. My daughter is very talkative. She likes to talk all the time. Okay, so now we have covered with this maicena, this corn starch, this chicken, okay? So now we have the chicken over here, she's almost ready, and we're going to fry it, okay? So now we're going to add oil to the pan, enough for frying this chicken. So I am cooking for you in Lima, Peru. This is my house. I am a tour guide, by the way. My specialty is history, historic talks, showing the world about the beauty of my city, of my country, and also eating with tourists. I eat a lot. I'm putting up the fire. So, but eating also, which is a very important part of the culture of anyone, of any society around the world, is really a good conversation starter also, and a great way to introduce everyone into the culture of people, or by the flavors, by the ingredients, by the cooking techniques. You can learn so much from people from the country you're visiting. And many of you, probably for different reasons, will not be able to travel to Peru right now. So I wanted to give you the chance of experiencing the flavors of Peru from home, from wherever you are in the world. This works also as an introduction to our culture, Peruvian culture. So now, said this, we are heating up the pan. So how is this? Are you seeing everything good? Like, are you having a good perspective of everything? Do you want me to move the camera a little bit forward? Let me know, please. Okay, Maple, gracias. Gracias, Ellie, for the heart. It is okay, excellent. In a moment, I'm going to move the camera a little bit closer when I put the chicken, okay? So this part is easy, as you know. It's just putting the chicken here to fry, okay? So we're going to fry this, this piece, and I'm going to put now the camera closer to the pan. So just briefly, because in a moment we're going to pass to also developing another part of the recipe. Okay, so I was saying that chifa is the Peruvian Chinese cuisine, and while we are doing this, and we are also waiting for this chicken to be fried. Also, you can use any other starch of your preference if you prefer. That is okay. We use this one because it's the one we have the most available. So I would like to tell you more about the history of the immigration of the Chinese into this distant country. We know that the first ship with Chinese workers came to Peru in the year 1849. So we're talking about mid-19th century. Is the time when the Chinese coolies came to Peru. After the success of the Chinese employment in North America, because of the gold rush in California, also the importation of coolies into Cuba, right? In times when the African slavery was also becoming something little by little from the past. Peru got this, let's say, experience from other countries as a great opportunity to start something different here, new, okay? So we're going to also write the other side for now. So the story is really interesting, no? Because, and now I'm going to also give you a quick look. The Chinese workers who came to Peru back in that time of our history, they were coming to work in plantation fields. They were coming here to work for masters who were employing them. No, of course, they were not coming as as slaves. We were coming out from the slavery period back then. So, and the slavery was introduced in Peru since the coming of the conquistadors, but not indigenous slavery, because officially indigenous couldn't be enslaved. Instead, it was the African slavery, the one that was accepted. Most of the Africans who came to Peru back in the times of the 16th, 17th, 18th century were from Angola, were mainly from that territory. Also, they came from different other parts, but we had a large immigration from that territory. Also, Congos, for example, from Equatorial Guinea, etc. So, 300 years of slavery in Peru. You can imagine how hard that time was for Afro-Peruvians. But also, it was a time of subtle integration between, let's say, the indigenous that were receiving the African culture, the Africans who were receiving the indigenous influences, etc. And also the Spaniards who forced many of these indigenous and also eventually the Africans into the Catholic religion, right? So very important to understand this. So after 300 years, we have people who are converted into Catholicism. They are still even slaves, African slaves, but they are Catholic. So we're going to give a little pause to this. And I want to present you a very important ingredient. Oh, Carol, I am making a dish which is one of the most interesting of the Peruvian Chinese cuisine. The name of this dish is limon kai. And this is the ingredient that could be maybe the most surprising that you can use in the Peruvian cuisine. Do you know this one, amigos? Awesome. Let me just check on the chicken. Do you know this one? Have you ever seen this drink before? This is the most beloved dish we have. Sorry, soda we have here in Peru. It's a Peruvian soda. It was born in 1935, the Inca Cola. I'm sure you didn't expect this. Huh? So we're going to be using Inca Cola in our dish. No? Well, I have found this little presentation of Inca Cola. Usually in one small bottle of Inca Cola, you can find like 2 cups of servings. This one is exactly one, which is what we need. Okay. We're going to be adding the Inca Cola. Ta-da! So we have added, I will now move a little bit closer to the camera so you can see what's happening in the pan. We're going to move also of things here. I think we have a better view of everything. Look at this. We have the Inca Cola and we're going to lift a little bit the fire. So there you have the Inca Cola. Maybe not the most healthy dish we have in Peru, but it's indeed delicious. Remember, we are frying here a chicken. It was like sort of like breaded, but in this case with chicken starch. We have lifted up a little bit of fire here in the pan. And now we're going to move for a little while. We don't want it to be burned. We just want it to be hot. So what we're going to do now, we are going to add, Maple is like very surprised. Yes, amiga, these are the things that you're going to find in Peru. We're so creative. So if you find Inca Cola in your grocery store, buy it. And if you want to try something new, use this recipe. We are going to add now, yes, Maple. We're going to add now the juice of 2 key limes, okay? The juice of 2 key limes, okay? You know, key limes are small and very potent. They are not like your lemons. Okay, we're going to put this here next. And, this is important too. Look at this. And I have sliced 1 lemon. This is key lime, sorry. 1 key lime. We call it limon in Spanish, but it sounds more like lemon, but no, it's key lime. This one not. This is going to be part of the decoration too. And it will give more nice, yummy flavor. Okay. So we're going to be moving this also. Okay. Then, at this point, you know, lemon kai is a sweet chicken. So it is recommended at this point to add some sugar. In my house, we don't use sugar. We don't use like white or brown sugar, but we use honey instead. So I will be adding a little bit of honey. to this. Because although the Inca Cola is sweet, it will come definitely down because we are adding the lemon. So the lemon will change the flavor a little bit. Okay. And we have one more also thing to add, very important. Give me a second. I will check on the chicken if it is already. Yes, it is ready. It is ready. It is ready. Okay. Excelente. Excelente. So we need one more thing. Now we're going to move down a little bit of this temperature in the kitchen. This is the corn starch. We're going to, this is like about 20 grains, a little bit more than that. We're going to add a bit of water. We're going to move it. And we are going to make the juice of this, let's say, limon kai a little bit thicker. Okay. If you were able to smell what is here, look at it. It's way more thicker thanks to this. I don't know if I can, I cannot move it a little bit lower, but anyways, you can see, I think, that is now. Oh, Berha, no worries. You can see it later in YouTube. Check it out. Muchas gracias, amigo. Thanks for coming. I hope you're ready for dinner after this. See you Saturday, amigo. By the way, on Saturday, I have a series of tours, virtual tours, that are about street art and also beautiful park in Miraflores district. So if you like those type of tours, you are all invited. So we're going to leave this just to reduce a little bit, just a little bit, while we're going to be taking out the, bye-bye, amigo, the chicken. So remember, this is Inca Cola, born in 1935, is the national soda. So, one thing less. Our chicken, we're going to do the following with it. We are going to cut it in pieces. That's the way we do it with the limon kai. We cut it in pieces. And we put it in a plate and we cover it with the sauce, which is here, which is almost ready. Okay. How are you enjoying this, amigos? It's a little bit hot, so that's why I'm not touching it. I hope you are finding this interesting. Well, this is definitely not a recipe one will imagine that one can do with something like the Inca Cola, the refreshment, the national refreshment of Peru. But we are creative. Peruvians are very creative. And we have introduced cooking techniques from different parts of the world. Also, that's why Peruvian cuisine is so versatile. And there is always something everybody will love. There's always something special for you. In big part also the reason of the success of the Chaufa in Peru is because of the rice and the chicken, and all of these different, ingredients that everybody loves and is so filling, right? I will bring also my plate, my special plate for today. Last time I remember, I showed this plate to you all. So we're going to put a plate here first, and we're going to cover this plate with our lemon kai sauce. Okay. Of course, that in the chifas, you have a little bit less chicken in one plate, but this is going to be like a plate that we can divide with many people, right? So, and we're going to put now, let me move this a little bit. We're going to put now the sauce, which maybe we will not need really a big spoon. We're going to first place the key limes. Where? Smells so good. It smells really delicious. So first we're going to put them here. Nicely placed. Probably this is like a lot food for, let's say, one person where you live, but here in Peru we eat a lot, to be very honest, right? So the sauce is yellowish because of the Inca Cola and the key lime. So we're going to put this on one side. We have the limon kai ready, but there is another thing we're going to be preparing today. So we're going to move the lemon kai on one side, and now we are going to use this. Thank you, Tracy, for following the channel. Gracias, Gladys. Thank you. It was originally from my brother. My brother is a bartender, barista. He's also, well, a cook. And he inherited all the, like that natural thing that chefs have. My granny used to be a wonderful cook. So I don't really have that much of the, like the hand for cooking, but I always do it. I always do it when I have to, like I see something like I wake up, with the flavor of something. Lemon guy. Oh, I cook for me. I prefer to cook for me than going to a restaurant in those cases. So, muy bien. We have here the pan. What we're going to be doing? Next thing we're going to do, very easy. Gracias, Maple. Thanks for your tip support, amiga. So this is rice, white rice. So what we're going to be doing today in this second part, we're going to do the famous, very, very famous Chaufa. Chaufa rice is the most important side dish in the Chifa Peruvian Chinese food. So we're going to use rice that we made yesterday. This is a trick we use always. It's not hot rice from today. It's cold rice, and because it's going to be fried at the end, it is much better, the consistency, when it's not just made, right? So if you want to do it in the day, like the rice of the day, try to do it early in the morning, because for the time when you're going to be integrating everything, it is going to be already cold, right? So we're going to put first oil, and the reason is because we are going to fry chicken. For our chaufa rice, we need chicken first. This is going to be a chicken chaufa rice. We have it from beef. We have it vegetarian, which is very simple. In my case, we're going to be doing today chicken chaufa rice. Okay, so while this is heating up, the word chifa, there is nothing really clear about why we call the Peruvian Chinese food chifa. To be very honest, we really don't know. And probably one of the reasons is because when the Chinese used to, like talk to other Chinese back in the 19th century when they were just here in Peru and they were not very fluent in Spanish, they used to speak Chinese. By the way, these people were from Canton, most of them. 95% of the immigration of Chinese to Peru was Cantonese immigration. So probably these people, they continue using their language, right? And they said they use the word chifang to talk about or refer about fried rice. Chifang. Also, I hear another theory about another, let's say, word or phrase, which is ni chifang, which means have you eaten? It's a question, no? To know if you have gone to eat something, but also probably an invitation to go eat together. The first chifas appeared around the 1870s, time when many Chinese men already married with Peruvian women after working for, in some cases, 10 years to the companies that brought them to Peru, that contracted them far, far away in their home, the home country, hometowns, canton. Those companies offered them contracts. So everything was legal. Everything was, let's say, even supported by the government of Peru. So they were documents that these people signed up to come to Peru. And most of them, the contracts were for about 8 years. So you had to be in Peru for 8 years working for your employer. But many people were not treated well here. We know even of cases of Chinese men who didn't like the job because they were not well treated. They were abused in many different ways. And because they tried to run away, they were put on shackles. Yes, as the slaves. So they were treated pretty much like slaves. This is indeed very sad and is one of the untold chapters of the history of Peru, which many Peruvians even don't know, but it's important for us to remember. So these Chinese men, who in many cases after these 8 years, maybe 10 years, if they forgot the exact time they came to Peru, well, they would be forced to work more time. When they finished their work period, they couldn't return home because they had no money to return to their families. Maybe they believe even that they were forgotten by their families, or maybe they were so broke that they didn't want to return like this home. So what happened is that they stay here and they form families. The first fondas are restaurants, but fondas from Chinese men, Chinese restaurants, open in Peru, were open in the north of the country, because there is where most of the hacienda houses who received the Chinese were. So when they left the haciendas, the plantations, well, they couldn't go too far away, right? So what happens at the end is that, well, they left the hacienda, they started to work, they maybe married some women, because this was a male immigration. Remember, it was for hard works, for harvesting guano, the poop of the seabirds, the fertilizer, for building railroads, for plantations, to be employed in plantations. So this was a main immigration, something that really forced also the fusion of cultures, because these men married indigenous women, right? And because they couldn't speak like probably good Spanish, good level of Spanish yet. Remember that they were isolated with other Chinese men, so didn't have the chance of practicing Spanish, learning Spanish. Well, it happens that they preferred jobs in which they were not attending directly to the public. One of those jobs they started to do was cooking. And in Cantonese tradition, I hear that man cooks. Oh, is really good cook. Oh, so these men came with that tradition, and they started to cook using local ingredients, Peruvian ingredients, but with their cooking techniques. Okay. So now we are going to change this, let's say, oil for a different one, because we need now to fry something different. Are you having fun, amigos? Thanks for joining, by the way. Thanks to the people who are joining in this moment. If you have missed the first part of this cooking class, no worries. I usually don't repeat my cooking sessions, or if I will do it, it will be in a long time. So what I do is I film the event, I save the event, and I put it in my YouTube channel. So you can have also the chance of, let's say, seeing the whole event from beginning to end there in my YouTube channel. Okay, so now we need we're going to do a little parenthesis on our story. Going to put a little bit down the temperature of the stove or kitchen. Okay, we're going to be frying 2 eggs, and we're going to be scrambling it. Scrambled eggs. Every family has a different way of cooking chief, amigos. This is not like the French cuisine that is very well structured, and there is one way to do, I don't know, ratatouille maybe. We have so many different ways of doing dishes, no? So we are very creative. We add what we have, right? Now we're going to add the chicken. We're going to be adding also some other things. For example, we can add in this moment the sesame oil, because sesame oil is a very important part of this delicious dish. We're going to add also, who knows what this is? This is, in Spanish, is guion. So who knows ginger? Muy bien, Tracy, ginger. In one side of the pan, while the other section, the side that is more hot, we're going to hydrate also a little bit this ginger with a little bit of the oil. Sesame oil. Look at this. Okay. Muy bien. So now we have this part ready. And what we're going to do now We have our rice, which is next over here. And we have spring onions. Okay, so we're going to add the rice. From when? Do you remember? From when this rice is? Traditionally? From today or from yesterday? So this is white rice. Oh. This is white rice, which if we are talking about Peruvian rice, it means that this rice has been also condimented. Ya, mi amor, en un ratito, hijita. It has been condimented previously, like with garlic. Okay, so we fry garlic before we add the water and the rice when we cook the rice. So it's a flavorful rice. And we're going to do the following too. We need this. This is the spring onion. Gracias, hija. The voice you are hearing is the voice of my little daughter. She's 4 years old. Her name is Aniela. She loves to be in the kitchen. I'm going to lift the fire now because this is fried rice, right? Limones, lemons.
Lemon. Mamá, ¿quieres lemon?
Sí, mi amor, gracias.
Mami, en inglés, en español se dice limón lemon.
Así es, hijita. My daughter is practicing English because she's listening to me all the time. So now, what is this? We call it sillao. But sillao is soy sauce for you. So it's exactly the same.
Un poco de salsa.
Gracias, hija. So we're going to add
Un poco de
soy sauce. Mm-hmm. I think we have been adding like pinches and pinches, little bits and little bits. So it's really eye measure. Okay?
Huevo bun.
The idea is that your rice will be
Bun
dark.
significa bonzo. Bonzo en bueno.
Sí, hijita. Bonzo es bueno. Look at this. So now we have our rice, which is almost ready.
But
All the soy sauce has salt. If you want to add like oyster sauce, it also is salty. So probably you will not need to add too much salt. But my recommendation in this moment is to taste it. So if you taste it, and for you, it's good. It's perfect. Doesn't need any salt.
¿Puedo probar?
Claro, mi amor. My daughter says if she can try a little bit.
Te puedo ayudar, mami. Te puedo ayudar.
Ahora sí. We're going to try now to fry a little bit more. And that's it. So, look, in about 45 minutes, we have cooked 2 dishes. Lemon curry chicken and your classical Peruvian arroz chaufa. Chaufa comes from chaufang. Chaufang rice, right? Fried rice. So now I will put this in a different plate. I think we're going to have 2 different plates today in the table. but usually we present them together in the same plate. Just want you to see it better.
Mami, ¿me das esto para las
Un momento, hija, estoy ocupada. So, can you see this? Thank you, Maple. Gracias. Thanks to you for coming. Hope you enjoy the cooking session. So for my friends that are new to this channel here in Lima, Peru, once again, my name is Vanessa Vasquez. I am your Lima City tour guide. I'm not a chef. I am enthusiastic about Peruvian food, and I cook at home like anyone will, right? Like continuing with the let's say local traditions, what you learned from your granny, from your great grandmom, from your mom. So my sessions are all about Peruvian food and Peruvian cuisine and the history of these dishes. So at the end, these dishes are a proof of the integration of cultures of different societies of different traditions. I am putting now this on the let's say table so you can see. Just give me a second, and let's turn the camera in this direction. So here you have it. This is how the ending of this cooking session came up. This is the final result of this cooking session. I will be adding also these recipes into my cookbook, which is a present to all the people that are also supporting this series of tours I'm doing at home or outside. Some months ago, Hego started with the sponsorship program, which is a way also for travelers to support their favorite guides. So if you find the information in my channel useful or encouraging also, and you are planning maybe to support this channel, please consider sponsoring the channel. That would be super wonderful, and it's a very small fee monthly. And in return, thanks to your, of course, consideration, I want to give you something special made by me. I am writing 2 books. One is a guidebook about Lima, and the other one is a cookbook. Both are virtual, like ebooks. Also for the people that are supporting with a tip, I will be also giving these books away if you wish. So just have to send me an email later, and I will be definitely reaching out to you and giving you my book. You can also follow the channel if you wish. In the upper part there is a follow button, and also if you don't know how to tip, you can also, I am activating a button. Look at my daughter, she's here. I'm activating a button that can also guide you into how to tip. Maybe you already know that these are entirely free events and everybody is welcome into them. Tipping is not compulsory at all, but if you want to support us to continue creating events like this one, well, there you have also the tip option. So finally, we're going to test this dish, which is, I will try the sauce over here, and
¿Me das el tenedor para pinchar?
claro, hija.
Voy a probar ese pollo.
Bravo. And also the chaufa rice. We're going to have the chaufa rice. Gracias. Delicious.
Mami, se me ocurrió una buena idea. Poner todo eso ahí y luego comer todos, compartir.
My daughter wants to talk with you also.
Espera tu turno.
Thank you so much for coming to visiting today Lima. Ya, mi amor. And also for your interest in the Peruvian culture, Peruvian cuisine, Peruvian history. Sorry for the little mouse that was all around always. But she wants to also participate because maybe she's going to be a tour guide. Who knows? You know, maybe we have a little tour guide in the family as well. So I hope you enjoy this activity. I'm going to be also doing another event very soon, another cooking class. If there's anything you would like me to cook for you, just let me know it in the comment section, and we'll see you very soon. This Saturday, I have a series of street tours, which are going to be also fun because we are going to Miraflores, we're going to see street art, and we're going to see a park. No, Jill, thanks to you. Thanks for coming. What was the first thing you cooked for? The first thing I cooked for Hego, or I cook like alone? Because the first thing I cooked, I think, was Arroz Chaufa rice, because it's the easiest thing. And I remember I didn't need it to cook really much in my house because, the first one in the plate. Oh, thank you, Jill. I thought you were talking about the history of my cooking, my cooking history. This is lemon kai. And by the way, Jill, in a moment, I will be posting in my YouTube channel the whole video about how I made this. So if you were not able to see it from the beginning, you can go there to the channel and take a paper and take an also let's say a pen and write little by little. Or also later for my sponsors, I will be giving away my book, which I am writing from my heart to you all. Thank you. Thanks so much, Jill. Take care, amigos. Muchas gracias. And my information on the channel, the YouTube channel, Instagram, Facebook, everything is in my channel here in Hego. You can find me under Vanessa / Lima City Guide. Okay, so, or you can put just Lima in the search tool here in Hego, and you will see my name coming. You can click there and you're going to find my channel and all the information details about my social media. Take care, amigos. See you soon and have a lovely rest of the day. Hope to see you on Saturday. If not, have a lovely, lovely rest of the week. Take care. Bye-bye, amigos. Ciao. Ciao, ciao.